Bali Bungkus today. I think you guys have all hidden talents and maybe you want to sell your product online. This is why we have this course today about Shopify 101.
Yeah.
Then you will learn how to set it up. Tomorrow we will have members lunch. If you guys are hungry, then you can come by at 12:30 and we will provide you with food for 60K, I think. And we also have follow-up Friday tomorrow. That is the kind of support group from Transformation Tuesday, what we always have. And that will be at 2 tomorrow. Follow-up Friday. Okay, yeah, that's it. And next weekend we have Startup Weekend.
Woohoo.
So if you want to start a company, you can
Today
do
could
that.
be the day.
Yeah, yeah. And we have that next week, the weekend. Yeah, okay.
Thanks.
Leo, did you want to just mention WIT and I2E at all?
Would you mind to mention that?
No, okay, all right.
Yeah, maybe you can explain that.
So we also have a couple of programs. We have WIT, which is the Women in Transition program. The one for November is booked, but there is one that is open in January, and that is for women who are going through personal change or career change, professional change, or anything. And it's run by Renee, who is one of the co-creators of Bungkus. And it's a really, it's an excellent program. And then I2E, unfortunately, it is, you can't go because it's only for women. Listening to me. So I2E is Idea to Execution. That's run by Aaron Machano, and that is for people who are really clear about like an idea or something that you may have, and you're just ready to accelerate. And that program is being run at the end of this month, and there still are slots open and available for that one. And we haven't announced it yet, but we are doing it. We are going to be running a very special program in March called Search Inside Yourself, which is the program that was developed at Google. And it's a 2-day program that's going to be March 10th and 11th here in Bali. And it's a worldwide program that is very, very transformative. And it's led by the Google trained instructors and people that came out of the program. That will get announced formally sometime over the next 1 to 2 weeks. Right, so just some things to be thinking about for Google. So thank you.
Yeah, that sounds exciting.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. Should I take a picture?
Yeah,
Okay.
for my blog.
Oh yeah, for sure. Should I do it from down here?
Yeah.
Shall we smile or should we look very intent on
We
it?
look really serious, like you're learning something today.
No, hey, I get it.
So thanks for having me today. We're going to go over how to set up a Shopify store. I just came in from a run, so I'm a little bit sweaty, so forgive me. We could start off by maybe introducing ourselves so I have an idea of your expertise. And if you want to sign up for, I'm going to send out the PDF for this, so if you want to sign up for that, you could put your name down there. So could you introduce yourselves?
Sure. My name is Nisha. I'm here from New York City. I'm just visiting Bali for about 3 weeks before I kind of go through the rest of Asia for the next 3-4 months, taking some time off to see what I want to do next, and hopefully start my own online store.
Have you done e-commerce or any Shopify or anything yet?
I haven't, so I'm at the
Very beginning. Okay.
I'm originally also from New York, and I've been here for 4 months to research and set up an Amazon FBA store, and as part of that, would also like to create a Shopify store around my brand.
Have you already started with the FBA?
About to place an order like any day for my first product.
Okay, congratulations.
I have zero e-commerce experience, but I led a company I started for like the last 8 years in the media and tech space, and did then marketing there, and then came to Bali to do a sabbatical and nothing else. And since being here, I've started my own venture of doing being an entrepreneur coach.
Okay.
So my name is Arlene. I'm from Canada. I don't really know what I'm doing.
Been there, done that. It's okay. You'll find it.
This just piques my curiosity, so I'm just here to learn more about it.
Have you tried e-commerce or Shopify or anything? Okay.
Hello everyone, my name is Kashfi. I just knew about Shopify like 2 to 3 weeks ago.
Oh.
I've done some business as well online, but it's only based on Instagram because in Indonesia itself, like it's easier to like make a online shop in Instagram with all the hashtags and everything. So that's why. So on the Instagram. That's why I kinda want to learn about Shopify.
Okay. How's the electricity today?
The electric. Oh, it will be good.
It'll be okay.
No worries.
No
You had to mention it, didn't you?
He put out a lot of fires 2 days ago.
Yeah, that's right. I'm Chris. I'm the director here. Before this, I was running Green School. Before that, I was in the video game business for 23 years. So technically, I don't know a lot about it, but I'm just really here just to listen and learn today and see what we might be able to take out of it as a team. So.
Okay, that's exciting.
Hi, my name is Leo. I'm the events intern here, and I set up this course because a lot of people were actually asking, especially Adrian here. She wanted to know how Shopify works, and I think it's very interesting because I'm maybe able to sell some graphic design stuff that I'm gonna do or whatever. So yeah, I'm excited.
Maybe T-shirts or print on demand, like that?
No, like posters you can hang up, or like postcards. I think that's cute. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, my name is Alex. I'm a Java programmer and trainer. And maybe there's one day that I have to make a shop with Java. So, at first I want to see the easy way or how you do it.
Hi, I'm Lucy. I'm from France. I'm working freelance with social media for money. I gave it a try on FBA Amazon like 4 months ago. And I'm on my way to launch an agency with my boyfriend, and at the same time having a shop on Shopify, baby clothes.
Okay. Your agency will be like social media?
Yeah, and web design.
Hi, I'm Lena, and I'm a brand development and marketing freelancer. I'm quite familiar with Shopify because I had like a couple of clients working especially on this platform, so I'm really familiar with the analytics, not so much with the technicalities beyond it. So I'm here like to learn more and feel that I'll be needing.
Okay.
Hi everyone, I am Carol from France too. I'm here for 6 weeks. I've been in my previous life an HR director or HR manager for 20 years, and now I want to try something really new. So I started to sell on internet with, actually I'm selling hammocks just to try. I sell them on Etsy mainly and via Wix, but I'm not very happy with Wix, so I would like to learn more about Shopify, and I have new and other ideas of products.
Wix has done a lot of advertising, but I still think Shopify is a better option. It's just my personal opinion.
Hello everyone, I'm Essa. I'm working here in Ubud as one of the hostess, and I'm also super new in Shopify because, like Kashfi said, in Indonesia, Instagram is more popular, and I've been doing online shopping, not creating one. So it's time to set up a new one, like an online store.
It's time to make money, not spend money. Yeah.
money. But she's also, Ubud has kind of launched retail online and stuff like that, and Essa's been driving that project, so she's here very specifically to see what she might be able to pick up from that. So.
What are you going to sell at the commerce store, on the e-commerce store?
We don't know. Right now, we just put the stuff up there, and now people keep writing to us like, can you deliver internationally? And that was never the intention. It was just to promote it, and so, so we're just trying to
Oh, that's an exciting venture. Okay. So it looks like everybody is just a beginner, right? So I'll keep it pretty simple. This can get pretty advanced. And so about me, I am from Texas. I have some retail stores there, restaurants like KFC, Pizza Hut. So I've really been into brick and mortar for a long time. I've done e-commerce also for a while. It was just something I had to do because I left corporate America, I moved to Argentina, and I started traveling. I'm on a mission to 100 countries by the early next year. I'm almost there. So it was just something out of need. I had to sustain my expenses. So I think the biggest asset for e-commerce is that you could really make a living while traveling or living abroad. You could use FBA to ship all your inventory into the Amazon warehouse and actually drop ship from your Shopify store using that Amazon warehouse. So really you don't have to carry any inventory. So it's really, really simple. Okay, so why Shopify? So Wix has spent a lot of money on TV advertisements. I don't know, where did you hear about Wix?
Oh. I don't know.
Just like word of mouth or something, yeah.
Yeah, I use it as a website platform.
Oh, you do, okay. So,
One stupid question.
yeah.
The slides, are we getting the slides online or always, or it depends on the presentation?
So we're gonna put it online. We're gonna put it on our platform first, but if you want the presentation, we can just send it to you.
That's what this is.
Yeah, so
If you just put your email there, I'll send it, or he'll send it, or
Yeah,
they will send it.
There are presentations where you get slides and presentations without.
We almost always give the presentations, unless the speaker for some reason just says that they would not like it.
No, this is like super confidential.
So Alex, we almost always do.
There's a lot of information. Whatever we don't cover today, you could YouTube and get a lot of information how to set it up. So, all right. So why Shopify? There's a site search that you could use in Google, and you'll be able to see there's millions of Shopify stores. It's the leading platform for all e-commerce websites, more than Wix, more than what is it called? Big e-commerce, big commerce, larger than that too. So why do we love it? You don't have to code, you don't have to do anything. You really don't even have to have a product. You could drop ship straight from AliExpress in China, and you'll have a store up in an hour. So an alternative, if you are more tech savvy, you could use WordPress with the WooCommerce plugin, and that's pretty simple to set up, but I think Shopify is the way to go. Yeah. All right, so who can use Shopify? It's really for anybody who wants to live abroad, travel, work abroad. You want to take your store, your brick and mortar store online. You could do it that way too. If you have an Amazon business, you could drop ship using Shopify. And then something that's really hot right now is print on demand. So you could print t-shirts using some of these larger companies where all you have to do is upload your design. Don't have to buy any inventory. If like Sam orders a t-shirt, all you do is connect them and it'll ship. So you're really, again, making money passively. So what we'll do today, key takeaways, we're going to set up a Shopify store. Just by a show of hands, how many of you already have an idea or a domain, a product already registered? Or this is just like a trial? Trial? Okay. All right, so you could always add the domain later. So we're going to set up the store, set up the theme, the design. I'll explain to you how you could add in other social media platforms. So you're already selling on Instagram. You could actually connect your Shopify store to Instagram. You could set it up to Wanello, Facebook, Amazon, and different platforms. And lastly was the print on demand. What we're not going to cover today, but you could Google it, or you could send me an email. There's all kinds of things you could do. So if somebody visits your website, you could retarget them until they buy your product. So let's say that Sam was looking at like healthy in Bali t-shirt, and then he didn't buy it, and it was in his cart. So that pixel will follow him all around Facebook. You could do it on Google as well until he buys it. Yeah. So that's called retargeting. There's Google Shopping. You can create a funnel. So now Shopify has apps for funnels. I'm sure you've heard, or you may have heard of ClickFunnels. So there's a funnel is basically, or who's heard of a funnel? Okay, so if you want to explain what is a funnel?
I'll let you explain.
Yeah, who wants to explain what's a funnel?
I can do it in a way. I've
Yeah.
never explained what a funnel is before, but it's a way where vendor gets the email address, and then we can automate follow-up emails to track you according to how you act to follow you up to order.
Yep.
That's what I
Yeah,
understand.
that's exactly right. So what?
Did I do it right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good. You should be up here. So the funnel is you'll get to a landing page, which is basically a website. So if you don't go with Shopify, you could create a landing page, which is much more simple. It's just one page. It'll say, oh, here's a picture, or here's an image of that t-shirt that you wanted. Sign up now, give me your email, and then it'll take you through a funnel. Oh, well, download this free PDF, and then the next one will say, well, how about we upsell you for like $1 for, you know, the t-shirt, and then $3.97 for the matching leggings, and so it's a funnel until you are out of money, right? Like you spent more money than you had anticipated. So the good thing is that now Shopify has apps you can integrate for the funnel. So usually before you had to go outside with ClickFunnels. So now in Shopify you can work with apps that do that. I could keep going. You know, you could on flippa.com you could flip domains. So if you want to make a living just flipping Shopify stores, like create a store, it takes you about an hour, and then list it, and it's a passive income. You could just sell them. So any questions before we get started? Okay. So let's open the website called Shopify.com. Yeah, okay.
Whoever's computer you find more.
Oh.
Whoever's computer you find more interesting. To your left or to your right?
If you'd like to follow along, this is just the one slide, what we're going to cover today. You could just go to resources on my website, ShaileneAmani.com/resources. And this is just a drop-in for the slides, the one slide today. Okay. All right, so before we set up our store, who wants to see a Shopify store? Okay, so here's one store. So you can see it has all the basics that you would need. This is a very basic theme, but it's just to give you an idea. Here's your menu bar. You have your social media links. This is the logo, where your logo, you would resize it better. This would be the product category image, and then here are all your products. I do recommend that you do use this sale. So psychologically, people tend to purchase more when there is a sale circle. So how you do that, you'll see in Shopify, it'll say your price is $29.99 versus $49.99. Yeah, so you just make sure to use both of those options. Here you can see I have put you could connect straight to Facebook. So as of yesterday, Facebook launched an in-house bot, whereas before you had to go outside, and so now I don't have a lot of information. I think it's in a special rollout, but you might want to look out for that. So this was just an app that I installed. Here's another one on the top. You can create an account. You could do an option for yes or no. You don't have to have that, and here's the card. Yeah. Another way you could do some research in your free time if you're looking for ideas is go to this website or in Google, site:/myshopify.com, and then just put an idea for whatever product that you're looking to get ideas for. So anybody want to name something?
T-shirts.
T-shirts. know what I'm doing wrong here. But you could do a site search. Here we go. And you're able to see other Shopify stores that are in your category and get an idea from how they're selling and what price points they're doing it at. And so you know this is Shopify because it says website .myshopify.com. And look, here's a pop-up. So there's an app for this too. You can collect emails and then sell your products via email. This is a nice site. So this is beautiful photography, great footer, great colors, easy to read, great logo, and they have a great banner on the top too. Yep. So you can add free shipping or new product, click here. So, should we start?
Yes.
Okay, so go to shopify.com. Click on Get Started, and then set yourself up for a new store. And one advice I'd give you here is whatever name you're going to pick for your store, don't put a space in the middle. Because when you do, it's going to look like this. They're going to put a dash. You see that up there? So it's not so important, but I prefer without the dash. So your email address, a password, and whatever store name. So we could call Bali T-shirts ubud.com. Yeah?
With no space.
For your store name, I would recommend no space. This is just going to be your domain, your temporary domain.
And I'm just going to ask this, but can you or can you not change your store name after you make it?
Cannot.
Interesting. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Well, no, you can change your store name. You can't change that domain that you log in with. You can change your store name, so you can change. So ideally, you're not going to use myshopify.com. We're going to set this up today as, you know, balitshirts.myshopify.com, and then I'll show you where you can connect the domain when you're ready. So you wouldn't do my Shopify, you'll do mybalitshirts.com. Yep. And at that point, you could change it. But when you log in, you'll still see you can't change the login.
Oh, that's fine.
Okay. Okay. So tell me when you're already ready with that. You could just complete the questionnaire and get started.
Can you put anything? Oh no.
Yeah, yeah. Is it? You can change that later.
Okay.
Oh, you already did it. Good.
I don't have Wi-Fi.
You don't have Wi-Fi? You sure? Okay.
So for the address, should we put our names?
You could change all this later, so just put a placeholder.
I'm working off this computer.
How can you make that the link goes not to Indonesia? Because I get as domain co.id, not com.
I think that you can contact Shopify and fix that later. I think it's okay because there's no way around it unless you have a VPN. So we'll just have to, yeah.
Yes. Okay. And
Right?
you have a VPN because you use com.
I
It's
did.
a different
It's
domain. No, it's yeah.
this is already set up from before.
Yeah.
Okay, so everybody's got a store up? Okay, great. So let's walk through the menu bar. All right, so what we want to do first is see what our site looks like. All right, so let's first go to settings and go through each of these and start to fill out whatever information that you can. So the important ones are general. So the first one in general is what your customer will see when they purchase a product. If you don't want your personal email to show up on the receipt, then I would recommend changing this. This is the customer email. Yeah. So general is an important one. If you go under accounts and you'd like somebody to help you manage your site, what you can do is create staff accounts here. So if I wanted somebody to help me with the site, this is where I give them permission. Okay, you can see on the left-hand side, I've got all these sales channels set up. So the buy button is basically a button that you could add into a website to connect you back to the Shopify store. The online store is the e-commerce store. Point of sale is if you'd like to sell it in person, so you can get a free card reader and swipe the card if you want to sell t-shirts in person as well and connect it to your Shopify store. Facebook, so you could actually have this store connected to your Facebook page and sell the products from your Facebook page connected to your Shopify store. Messenger is the same thing, Pinterest, Wanello, and Amazon. Here is the analytics page. So this is where you can see how many people came to your website today, how many sales you had, how many orders. The customers is where you would keep a list of the people that came to your site and subscribed. And here are your products. So we're going to first add a product. And let's say somebody just pick a product like t-shirt. All right. So Hubut t-shirt. And for SEO purposes, I would recommend to have great keywords here. So handmade in Bali, size large, t-shirt, 100% cotton. This is where the image would go. So let's quickly find an image.
Sorry, where did you go to add product? Oh, product.
Mm-hmm. I don't advise that you just download because there's copyright, but just for the sake of this, we'll download one of these. Okay. Here is where I told you about the compare at price. So you can say selling it for $19.99. Original price is $39.99. If you do track your inventory, especially with Amazon, you'd like to fill in this information so that they can connect. So the SKU can be whatever you want to call it. So Bali t-shirt. You can't change this on Amazon, so if you're linking it together, I think in Shopify you could change it, but I would recommend picking a name that you're going to stick to. All right, this is a UPC code, so you could download this off of the internet. A list of free UPC codes, maybe for $50 or $100. Sorry, I'll get out of your way. Okay, this is the shipping weight.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
About tax. Are you required to report tax? I guess that's a probably really tricky question, but for the United States market, if you're an American?
So some do and some don't. There is no guarantee. This is a business and can lose money. I am not authorized to give tax or legal advice. However, a lot of people don't.
You're required by law, though, to report it as sales tax?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And Shopify will set it up for you automatically. So there's a tab in here. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then add sales tax to your purchase, to the customer's purchase at
Yeah.
checkout?
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Okay, shipping weight is really important. So this has happened where if you don't update the shipping settings, you'll actually end up not charging them for shipping, and then you can't go back and ask them for that. So I would recommend that you also set up the shipping settings initially when you set up the store. And here is where you're going to put your product weight. Okay, fulfillment services. This is where you connect Amazon. Yeah. So Amazon has a t-shirt platform called Merch, and so you could use that to connect. On the bottom, you have SEO. You want to update this so that people can find your t-shirt. Any questions on that? To set up the product?
What about the customs, international customs sometimes?
Where is it?
It's under the weight. Is that when we're shipping, like when we ship outside?
Everyone I've spoken to, we always skip that. It's
Okay,
yeah, it's
perfect.
nothing. Yeah. You can look up a code if you really want to get technical. I've done it, and then that was years ago, and I never applied it. So after that, I don't use it.
I have a question. If it's food, for example, like from one country to another, there is customs and your product won't enter the country. Like, I'm not sure in the US you can send foie gras, which is a French product. So what happens if someone in the US is ordering foie gras in the shop and you will never receive the package, right?
Anybody want to answer that? I don't know about food shipping.
Okay.
I know product shipping, but not food and
There's
consumables.
only the option manual for fulfillment service. So
It is because you have to connect the app. You have to go in and actually connect what the apps are. That connect Amazon.
Yeah.
She's already been connected to Amazon.
okay.
Okay, so let's take a look at our product. And here it is. So that was very minimal effort, and it's already up. You could do different sizes. Once you connect the apps so I'll go over the apps too. Once you connect the apps, it'll do it for you. So all you have to do is upload your graphic design of, happiness, but you can go to Bali, into the t-shirt image or leggings or mug, and it'll automatically set up this page for you. Okay.
There you go, Asa. Sell that pink shirt. Look good.
I already set up.
Okay, so let's go into the App Store. You'll click on Apps on the left-hand side, and then visit App Store. Anybody not familiar with apps or plugins? Everybody understands, right? Okay. So one of the great things with Shopify you can do is add in things for accounting like QuickBooks. You could add on email newsletter platforms. You can connect Infusionsoft, even though there's not an app for that. There's Oberlo. So we could, well, let's search for Oberlo, Oberlo. And this is the app for drop shipping from AliExpress, which is from China. So,
This is specific to Oberlo.
huh?
This is specific to Oberlo.
Yes.
Shipping from Alibaba.
Yes.
From AliExpress.
Yes.
AliExpress only. No
Yes.
Alibaba.
Alibaba is a much larger platform. Usually I just came from the Canton Fair. Has anybody heard of that? I go there. I've been going there for years, and there's a lot of Amazon sellers now, but the quantities are still high. So usually you have to order like 3,000 units of one color, and it's outrageous, even on Alibaba. But AliExpress, so if you haven't seen AliExpress, so go to aliexpress.com, and this is basically Amazon for China. And you can buy, 1 or 2 units of something if you'd like. So there's an app that will connect it, yeah.
I've been searching on AliExpress to try some experiments with it. It seems like their prices are pretty comparable now to Amazon, so there's not that much.
So
that's the same that you see.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a really tough market. A lot of times, your Chinese supplier will just use your product and then sell direct to consumer. It's just or Amazon will steal your product and then they'll sell straight to consumer. So it's a tough market, but there's a lot of money to be made, so it's fair, I guess.
What do you sell?
Not consumables, because that would be difficult to ship food. I sell gifts. I'm in the medical supply industry, so I sell a lot of that.
On Shopify?
I've done that, but now I'm more on the wholesale side of it, yeah. All kinds of things. Like the biggest, easiest thing to sell on Amazon, which is also Shopify, is anything in the kitchen. Usually you're going to use things for about a month or 6 months and then throw it away. So you want to look for products. If you don't have one already, look for products that people tend to use, dispose, and reorder. Yeah.
So do you have multiple Shopify stores and brands that you run?
Yeah.
How many shops?
Right now, active 5. Yeah. The other ones are taking the $29.99 charge, but
and
yeah.
Are you responsible then for bringing the traffic to the shops? It's so different from like Amazon, for instance, which has all the traffic captured. So you're marketing your site.
Yeah. Facebook advertising has made it really easy. Has anybody used Facebook advertising?
Yes.
Yeah. So once you connect this product, so for example, this product, that T-shirt, we could link into the Facebook store and then run an ad to this T-shirt, and then you're driving your own traffic. Yeah.
Can you send links to your shops when you send out the PDF?
Yeah.
Cool to see them.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so let's download the Oberlo app. And then it says find products. So click there. And it's going to launch AliExpress for you. So download Oberlo. This would be the easiest way to get into Shopify. Yep, is to have the Oberlo app. Download the app, and then click on search products, and it's going to take you to AliExpress. So you don't have to do any product photography, any imaging. The description's already there, but you probably do want to customize it a little bit, and then you have products to sell immediately. So let's name a product.
Q-tip.
Q-tip. Okay, let's see if we can find Q-tips on here.
Probably that one.
Okay. Okay. All right. So let's see. It says 200 pieces. How about this one? I like the photo.
Cool.
Okay, so you'll.
Those look
expensive.
Yeah.
What did you do after clicking O below?
And then it's going to say find products on the right side.
Find product.
Yeah. And then you're going to search it just like you would search in Amazon, but you're now searching AliExpress. So search your product, and then click on Add to Import List for whichever ones that you like. Go to Import List on the left-hand side, so the third button on the left, and it says Search Products, Oberlo Supply, Import List.
And then, sorry.
And those are the 3 products. So now we're going to customize. You could change the description, so change the name would be important. So this would be like bamboo Q-tips. And then
always sustainable.
Are they really bamboo cute?
colorful cute.
Unicorn Q-tips.
Unicorn? Okay.
Yeah, unicorn sounds cute.
Unicorn Q-tips. And this one would be what?
Cute.
Regular? Q-tips.
Boring Q-tips.
Boring Q-tips. Okay. Go to the description, the variants, and the images. So you might not carry all of these images that they have. So you want to unselect the ones that you don't want. So these look okay. Okay, for some reason they have makeup in this. Sorry. Yeah. Okay, push all products to shop when you're ready. Are you sure? Yes.
You got rid of all your little
Yeah.
This is really sad. How do you find your store? Like what other people say?
Okay. Gonna go.
Home?
Did you get your store set up there, Alex? What are you selling? What are you selling? After
I try to sell my shorts, but
selling your shorts?
I picked
but I guess it's not possible.
Why not?
Are you running your businesses out of Ubu?
Is that why I keep saying that?
Yes.
You must be on the unlimited. You must be on the unlimited plan. Oh, no. Okay.
You're gonna go to online store. So on the left-hand side, click on online store. And then it says view your store. Did you find it?
Yep.
Okay.
It's all there.
Okay, so any questions on Oberlo? It's pretty simple. Like in 10 minutes, you could connect a product from China onto your store, and then you're already selling. So just run traffic to it, and then you're already selling.
With that, how much do you make on those products though? How do you see the breakdown of like how much it costs versus how much you're selling it for?
So my screen blinked out, but it'll tell you the pricing. What price you want to sell it for, and then how much it costs.
You set the price.
Yes.
You're linked to your bank account, and they
Yep.
send you a ton of money.
Ideally, yeah.
If it says that they're like $26.98 when you're picking it on Overload, that's that's what you're paying for it,
Yeah.
right? Okay. Curious.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Uh-huh.
I think it's good if you want to just sell Chinese products, but when you want actually own your own brand.
Yeah.
So let's say I want to launch a baby brands. I need specific organic cotton from, let's say, China, but I want to add design, like personal design on it. Is there a way on Oberlo or on the website that I can connect manufacturers or providers? Or
Maybe you could.
On demand.
Yeah. It's. I don't think there's something for Chinese manufacturers yet for that, but already there is in the U.S. So I wouldn't imagine that being far away, somebody or you could create that app. I could show you print on demand. Yeah. So we'll go to back to the. So we'll do POD, and then I'll show you the themes, and then if you have any questions, yeah. So if there's anything else that you want to cover, just ask. So let's go back to the App Store. And we're going to search for Printful. Mm-hmm. Printful.
I have a really dumb question right now.
Okay.
So it says we're in the App Store. I missed it. Did you click to within Shopify? You clicked for that Shopify App Store?
Yep.
Okay.
It's on the left-hand side right here, apps. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you'll do the same thing. Get, it's free. Install app. There are several print-on-demand apps that you can use. Some are older, and so they're now more expensive. The newer ones are a little bit, you make a little bit more money. So I'm happy to give you that list as well. The one definitely, the Printful will set this one up, so you can create an account here. But the one that I recommend, am I drawing a blank? Custom Cat. So Custom Cat, you'll have the largest margins for your t-shirts. If you are starting off in print on demand for t-shirts, I recommend Custom Cat. However, Printful is probably the most popular one.
Do you do Amazon merch as well?
Yeah, it's getting harder and harder, but they just released like long sleeve shirts for the winter.
What was the question?
Amazon, yeah.
I was asking if you did Amazon merch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've installed Printful, if anybody has done that. So this is where you would add your product. I don't have an image. Let's see if we can download one.
How do you choose the t-shirts? You choose it on Oberlo first?
Okay.
That's a separate one.
That's
Yes, the one, then you upload your design, and it's printed, right?
no, go ahead.
No, sorry.
So there are several apps that you can add into Shopify. So there's the Shopify platform, which is your e-commerce store, and then you can add in separate apps. Oberlo is the app that you use to connect AliExpress to Shopify. Print on demand is another type of business altogether where you can have a graphic design image and then sell on a t-shirt, sweatshirt, hats, mugs, pants. And the platforms that provide that service are called print on demand services like Printful, there's Gear Bubble, and the one that I just Custom Cat.
But, I'm sorry, I don't get it.
Yeah.
Where does the t-shirt come from? Can you go back to Printful?
Yeah.
Yeah, this one.
Mhm.
Who has selected the shirts, for example?
So Printful and all of these companies are standalone companies. They have like they're not manufacturing, but they have print-on-demand machines. So they have access to, you know, 1,000 white t-shirts. And they're just waiting for people like us to place one order, and they'll stamp our image on their t-shirt and ship it to the customer.
Yeah, but like for baby, if I take my example, for baby,
Yeah.
I really need organic cotton because the mothers won't pay for something which is good quality for baby. So it means on Printful, I can't select the quality of the cotton, right?
You can't customize it so much, but there are options that you could pay a premium for a higher grade of cotton. So I haven't searched for like the exact, you know, thread count or what, but so these are not only apps, they are a separate platform. So you could actually go to the website printful.com and search all of their t-shirts and see if there's one that fits your needs. And you don't have to use Shopify, you could just go through Printful. All right, so let's pick this t-shirt and drop your design. So let's just use this one. Okay, so this was that Bali t-shirt, but ideally you want like a graphic image, right? So here is the t-shirt that we selected. Now let's pick a few more colors in navy, green, and like Christmas colors.
That is nice.
That one looks nice.
Like shirt in a shirt.
You can see right through the person.
It's the Inception shirt, yeah.
Here you'll select the sizes that you want to offer. Proceed to mockups. Printful is too small. Reduce the size. All right, let's just do. Well, so you understand. So those are, you upload the image, and then you can select the size of the t-shirt you want to offer. It'll tell you, go to the next slide, and that's where you're going to put the size prices. So usually size small to large are one standard price, but you'll learn that Printful and all the other companies will charge you a premium for extra large and extra large. So don't forget to add like a $2 markup on that price. So you're able to pick each price, and it'll create that screen that we had before about buying your t-shirt, selling your t-shirt. So the last thing do you have any questions on that? I just want to go over the theme, which is probably the most important part of what your store looks like. Yeah, okay. So we'll go to online store. Go to current theme or what install theme. It'll say explore free themes, or let's see. No, it'll be here. Customize, it's fine. Yep.
On your phone? On your phone.
Wow.
In front of you. I have images of the shop. That's like so easy.
Fantastic. Well, you're smart.
Churning out another shirt.
Make good money.
So the last thing I just want to show you is how to customize the way your store will look, which is not so important. I feel it's more important to get the product up, because I tend to lose a lot of time in trying to make it look really nice, and then I get tired and then I don't put the product. So I wanted to start the other way around. But this is also important. Here's where you're going to change the colors the way that you want them to match maybe with your logo. So there's your color option, typography. Okay, here's where you upload your logo, which is under header. Header means the top part of your website. it'll tell you the size recommendation. So this is 400 by 172. And obviously this logo is quite large. So we would just use, has anybody heard of canva.com? Okay, so I would upload this into Canva and then reduce the size and then download and re-upload it here because this logo is too big. Okay, tagline, which is your website's message. The footer is also important. Here's where you can do a newsletter sign up. I definitely recommend this is a priority. You always want to collect emails from your customers, even if they buy or don't buy, because you can always email them and sell your product. Email is, so there's chatbots on Facebook, which is now leading the way of sales, but so far the number way of making sales has been on email. So people convert more on email than just visiting a website. So you definitely want to collect an email address. These are pretty easy. I think you could figure it out for the footer menu. If you just follow along the steps, you'll be able to do it, or I'm happy to help if you have questions afterwards. Product page. Collections. This is getting a little bit more advanced. You don't need to do that to get started.
I do have a question about
Yep.
products though.
Yeah.
The one when we were doing like the ad product shows up for me, but not the one that I pushed to store from Overlow.
Did it save and upload? Because mine disappeared.
Yeah, I mean I can see it. Like it shows it on here.
Yeah.
But then when
Oh, good.
when I opened the theme, it only showed the one that we did at the beginning. So I don't know why. I'm the same one. I didn't make two.
We have like a couple of minutes. Can I do it after? Yeah. Okay, here is where your social media links will go. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest. These are just the social media handles. This is not where you're selling.
So like if you're maintaining brand pages for all those accounts, is that?
Yeah, like a Facebook page, yeah. Yeah, and
Question.
yeah.
If we like put the product, like let's say from print, what is it? Like print on demand, the one that let's say from Printful, are the customer who buy the product from us will know that we made it on Printful, like so. Or let's say from Overlow, are they gonna know?
The only way is if it's on the box packaging or if they add an insert in there. It's possible. Like usually a product will come with an insert like, oh, thanks for purchasing from so-and-so. So if that would be the only way. There's no other way for them to know from here, no. Yeah. Okay, so we covered apps and we covered the theme. So at least we have an idea of how to set up the shop and make money from Overlow to get started. I hope it was helpful.
The Overlow thing was the biggest thing
Yeah.
to me personally. 'Cause I thought everyone that had this was like they had their own products made, and so like I knew a little bit about the print on demand. So that was like okay, reassured, cool. But like the Overlow thing was like mind blowing. So I like that a lot. So yes, very helpful.
To make it so easy now.
Yeah.
Is it
Would
free?
you ever?
It's free.
Everything is free.
It's free. The apps are free.
Shopify?
Shopify is not free. Shopify.
That's my question. Sorry.
All right, Shopify. So you have 3 tiers. Just go to shopify.com and pricing.
Yeah.
So when you sign up for your free trial, you can have any of these options. I would probably do the last one you don't need. The $79 one is the only thing you're going to get is the analytics, which you don't need it if you know how to set up Google Analytics, which I would have loved to shown you, but you could just Google it. Just set up a Google Analytics account,
Yeah.
and then you don't have to pay the $79.
Yeah.
So I would start off with, it's $29 a month.
But it's really not a high price. I mean,
No.
when you look at inventory management, distribution, I mean, it's really dirt cheap.
29
right?
is like, yeah, I thought it was
I
going to be
mean,
a lot higher.
it's pretty. It can be shocking if you're just, but competitively, it's.
And there's no commission charged on your sales?
Yeah. I think
No.
2%.
That's the credit card charge.
Only.
Yeah, because you're paying monthly. Yeah.
So you save so much compared to Etsy or eBay.
Yeah. Because you have your own store, but you don't have the
Traffic.
traffic. That's what you're really paying for on Amazon is the traffic. When I started off on Shopify years ago, it was really discouraging. So if I could say anything, don't get discouraged. It's hard for people to come across your store if you're not advertising it. So you could have the best product in the best location and the best domain, but if nobody knows about it, who's gonna come and buy? So run a Facebook ad, $5 a day, bring traffic to your site and collect emails. And that'll give you a little bit more confidence. Even if you're not making sales, you'll get site visits. Don't lose hope, because a lot of people are making a lot of money on Shopify and Amazon, especially if you're drop shipping. Yeah.
So you're not interested? Are you interested in a good SEO, or because I mean, if you make your ads about through Facebook, then you don't need a good SEO, I think.
A good what?
SEO.
Oh, SEO? No, SEO is really important.
It's
I think,
important.
yeah, it's very
Because
important.
This is how people get to
Your
know your
product.
brand,
Yeah.
like your website.
When they're searching
yes,
Google.
if you use Google, but if you go make your ads only over Facebook, then why are you interested in Google?
Because
You're not losing anything.
You're still like your website, like it's still, because your Shopify page is still a website, you still want to embed like tags on every product. So if I have an Elon Musk shirt, I want to tag Elon Musk, startups, entrepreneurship, like all these different things. So if anybody ever searches for it, there's still a possibility they could still come across it.
And also, if you want something, like to buy something, you would rather go to Google it rather than go on Facebook and
Yeah.
just like search for a
Yeah.
t-shirt. or
Yeah.
whatever it is. So that's why it's really important because when you say, for example, I want like white t-shirt, you're going to appear in the first page and hopefully in the first 3 places.
But I think it might depend on the product. If you have something very specialized, so I think if you have only the way over Facebook, for example, Facebook ads.
Facebook is a social media. It's a
I
social
know.
channel.
No, but like for example,
Sorry.
Socialize.
for
But
example,
you're-
there's companies that target that only do like Facebook
Yes,
advertising.
that's what I mean.
Right, but I can't, like, I'm not gonna go, I can see it in my feed, but I'm not gonna, like, I can't search that. I can't search that ad when I look in my Facebook, like, search bar.
Sometimes you want
Okay.
to.
Yes, but
yeah.
technically you're
Yeah.
correct. You can, I mean, it wouldn't probably be the best way of outreach, and that's what kind of Lena is saying, but technically you could do everything on Facebook, and just function out of Facebook, and don't worry about having 7 billion people in the world search for your product in Facebook. But from a marketing point of view, it's probably not very efficient.
Just because it costs you no money to just add in some words. Like what word? Sorry, just time.
Another thing is people don't like to be sold on the first introduction. You've heard of, like, you don't ask for marriage on the first date. So, like, running a Facebook ad means buy today. But when they come to your website, they're getting to know you. So I would say SEO is really important for a relationship building.
And also
In the long term, maybe.
Yeah.
So not for the start, maybe it's not so.
Yeah,
important,
not
but
so
later.
important. Yeah.
And also people, I mean, it's proven that people don't really buy from Facebook.
Yeah.
It's
Brand
but-
visibility.
well, that's first, but also like people don't, even though it's like $10 or $15, people don't literally click and go exactly to the payout and just like
Check out.
yeah, to actually buy that product. It's like they first want to know what's like the story behind it.
No.
What's the
Not me. I mean, I ordered
if you
ordered
already
through
know.
Facebook, so I didn't
If you
use
already
it.
know the product, but something that
Yes.
it's like the first site, and you're like, okay, I'm just gonna buy it without even knowing. I think these cases are really rare.
That's interesting because I also don't buy through Facebook ever. I'm always interested and I don't buy, but I will buy through Instagram.
Yeah,
Which is so
that's
different.
more
Mhm.
it's with a more personal touch over there.
Yeah.
Because Facebook, I mean, it was great a couple of years ago. Now it's like
Oversaturated.
Exactly. It is like everyone has like a page.
It's like flipping through a magazine. It's like I'm
Exactly.
not gonna.
So Instagram has a more personal touch, like hopefully.
Also, you want to put the alt description on the image. So it's not SEO only in your keywords, but you want to put it on your image. So like you can see the website that I was just showing you with the little wine caddies. So that is actually one of our images right there that pulled up in Google when you search for wine caddies. So don't forget to do the alt text, yeah.
I have a question. Do you have like a website where you can search for the most important product on Shopify? Like how many people are actually looking for?
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
You could use Google keywords, and then you could, on Amazon, there's, what's the one, Merchant Words? Merchant Words will give you an idea. Also, if you were here 2 days ago, what's the one with the wheel where you can get a search for what people are searching for?
Oh, from Lucas.
I forget. There's ways to get what keywords are selling. There's a way to see what keywords are being typed into Google. The way I do it is I go to Amazon. So if people are buying a product on Amazon, they're going to buy it anywhere. Amazon is the place to go. So you'll be able to see from each product, like how many sales it has, how many reviews it has, how many bad reviews it has. Do you have like if you get more advanced, you could see, there's a phone case and then people are complaining, oh, it's too light. It's not heavy enough. So you could probably source like a heavy duty phone case and then put that in your description for SEO purposes and then drive traffic to your page like that.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Yeah.
I just have a question. What is the address behind your shop? Is it blah blah blah.shopify.com? Because with Wix, that is my problem.
So I'll show you. You're gonna go.
You can buy your domain name.
But I bought it. Or it's still
Connect it.
Oh, yeah, they make you
Wix.
upgrade. They
Yeah.
make you think like with it that you
It's
don't.
still
They still brand it unless
my
you
brand
pay.
is bohemiantherapy.wix.com.
Because even though you pay for an upgraded account, they want you to do the mid-level before you take off the brand new. I called and asked.
For who?
Wix. It's really annoying. It's very misleading the way they get you to sign up. It's a big banner ad for Wix across your website.
I think the way that this also works is your shop is not live until you set up for a plan. So you're still going to get 14 days free, but you're going to have to select the $29.99. There's a place on here, it'll say, so right now if you go to your domain name, if you've already set it up, go to that domain, .myshopify.com, and it's going to be locked with the password. You can't unlock it unless you add in which plan that you'd like and have a credit card already on file. So there's a catch both ways, but yeah, that sucks for
And
shop.
do they accept any credit card payment, like in relation with your bank, personal bank or professional bank? Because on Wix, there are only two systems of payment.
Yeah, at the
Which I
bottom
don't remember.
At the bottom it says Amex, Apple Pay, something like that. Discover, JCB, MasterCard, PayPal, Visa.
For Shopify or Wix?
Shopify?
Shopify before would allow you to use, some people use Stripe on their, like on a WordPress site, so they already have a Stripe account. I don't know about now, it's been years since I did that, but they charge you a premium to use your own Stripe account. So don't even bother with that. Just go to settings, payments, and you can set it up here. Set up PayPal, everything. Shopify makes it really easy. You could really get going in an hour. Like your whole business can get started in an hour. You can make money in a day.
I mean, I definitely feel like why haven't I started Shopify like 12 years ago?
Thanks so much for coming. Yeah, if you have any questions, that's where you find me, and I'll send out the PDFs to you guys or on the email list. And email me for any questions. I'm in Ubud for another month.